just became unraveled, unwired, and just is just out of control. I can't give him a pass on it. I just can't.
No, I'm not giving him a pass at all. I'm just simply saying that based off the things that happened to him in his life, I think there are certain things he just hasn't been able to get past.
He's a weak ass dude then.
I can't say weak necessarily.
I'ma say it.
But I will say he has his own setbacks. Meaning if he's not willing to deal with the things from a mental standpoint that's happened to him, then that's on him. Dude, you got all the money in the world. You can go through all the damn counseling, to your heart goddamn desire. But if you can't even admit that, the things that have happened to you during your lifetime, if you think you're strong enough to just put them in the back of your mind and keep rolling them, that's on you. But evidently, your ass needs some kind of help, bruh.
A whole lot of kind of help.
So that's the thing about it is I don't think he stopped to take the time to actually seek the type of help he needs. Like he thinks that he can just bury himself within his work and go on these vacations or take me time or whatever the hell it is that he's doing, but he's still not facing the issues. So again, not making excuses for him, but I'm simply saying you got problems, bro. You got problems and they need to be addressed. Otherwise, you're just going to keep going down the same road of destruction.
I don't know. I'm not qualified to diagnose this dude or whatever the case may be, but I'm qualified to have my opinion. And I think he's a jackass. So that's where I stand on that. So to move further on that, what is your level of Kanye as a person and as an artist, just to dig a little deeper into it?
Honestly, I haven't really given it much thought. And there's no disrespect towards him. It's just, shit, I got my own shit to deal with. It is. So, I mean, just being from a stand. I can't be on the stand point of view, meaning, the whole Kanye is my life type shit. No, he's just another artist as far as I'm concerned. When you're in that spotlight like that, you have that kind of pressure on you. I don't know. I mean, again, some people built for that shit, like Jay-Z. Jay-Z built for that shit. And you see where he's at. Like, it's very rare that you even hear his name come up because he knows how to play his role, which is, I'm going to keep doing what I need to do behind the curtains and keep it moving. But Kanye on the other side, he's like everywhere. He won't be behind the curtain, in front of the curtain, doing the damn dressing other characters and, writing, directing. He won't be every goddamn thing. So I don't know, bro. I really don't know.
So pretty much what you're saying is he every character in the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, pretty much. He pretty much. Goddamn Jay-Z, he behind the curtain, girl. Like,
oh my God.
The only way you're gonna see him, you gotta pull the curtain.
Bruh. Let me tell you. As a person, I have very, very little respect for him. Like you, I don't put that much thought to it because we're in two different places. Like he's way over there and I'm just grounded right here. So I really don't put too much thought into it. But every time I hear the nonsense that he's doing, I just lose more and more respect for him as a person. And as I said, as an artist, I was really never digging him like that. So, first two albums that came out, all right, cool. Anything after that is just a song here, song there, or some of his joints I just never listened to. So, me having little respect for him as a person transfers over to him as an artist. I just don't have that respect for him. Um, Again, that's not to discount his accomplishments, his achievements, his contributions, but when I step back and look at him as a person in our culture, a person in our community, I have zero respect for him because he's doing nothing, in my opinion, he's doing nothing to uplift our community as a whole. His toxic energy, his toxic behavior does not one thing to say to the next person coming up, this is what you can strive to be. You know, yes, you can get up there and make money, do this, that, and the other, but when you look at the antics, is that the type of person that we want to be checking for, looking up to, and stuff like that? I just know.
I mean, again, I don't think Kanye is actually striving to be a role model. And I get it, the man is just out there doing Kanye. So, as far as his influence on our culture, I really don't think he gives a damn. Just my personal opinion.
And that's a problem.
Could be wrong, but again, I just think Kanye's living for Kanye. And there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, whether you want to be a role model or not, you kind of are. Simply for the fact that the music he puts out influence some of the younger generations, the clothing he puts out, the imagery he puts out. I mean, the list goes on. But again, at the end of the day, it really don't mean two spits if he don't give a damn about it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you make a point about when you said you don't think that he was meaning to be a role model. But the thing about that is how many rappers, singers, or whatever intend to be a role model? I don't personally think a lot of them do unless they do specific things. But the thing about it is when you have a big following, you automatically get that title thrown at you. What you do with it is what you do with it. And in certain cases, you can't reject that title and say, no, I'm not a role model, because it's going to make people feel a certain way. But at the end of the day, whether you intend or not, you're a role model for someone out there. And when you're doing stuff like this, it's like, yo, do you have any respect for yourself, let alone other people? Do you care if people lose respect for you? Now, as an individual to a degree, no, you should not care what other people think of you. But when you're out there doing stuff like this, you have to care about the impression that you're leaving on people. I don't know, man.
So let me ask you this then. What kind of impression do you think he's leaving, in your personal opinion?
That he's unstable, reckless, um, mentally and emotionally damaged, out of control, unpredictable, and to a degree unsafe to be around.
I see where you're coming from.
I mean, look at it like this. If he was your cousin or something like that, and he's doing the things that he's doing, would you want to be around him? Would you want your kids to be around him?
Probably not.
That's how I look at it.
Because of this, right? When you have someone who's so unpredictable, who's basically murdered someone hypothetically in a video and shit, is it definitely going to make you look at that person a little bit different? Like, I don't know about you, bro. I don't know about you. So yeah, I get where you're coming from. But I just think that Kanye is in Kanye universe.
Yeah.
So what he feels is acceptable or normal for him is not fucking acceptable or normal for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like watching someone who's like a mad scientist. And that's what he is to a certain degree. He's like a mad scientist. Dude's a genius when it comes down to this music stuff. He's a genius when it comes down to his clothing line. He's a genius when it comes down to producing stuff. But on the flip side of that, he's totally lost, bro. Like, he's too far gone. In some people's opinion, you can't even reel him back in. You can't even, correct them and tell him, hey, what you're doing is wrong, or, you stepping outside of the lines. How in the hell do you tell someone who's a billionaire that they basically got issues?
I think it's gone on for so long and no one has checked him that it's just can't do it.
No, that's why I said I think he's a little too far gone now. Like, when you make that kind of money, I mean, you basically crushed everybody else as far as your peers wearing those shoes. Like, no one's fucking with Kanye when it comes down to the B's, meaning the billions. He's in his own league right now. But I get it. There's one associate of mine told me that when it comes down to making money, I'll never be a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't saying it in a disrespectful way. He was just telling me, you're never going to be a billionaire. And then he explained to me why. He was like, because you're not willing to do some of the sick, demented, nasty, crazy, out of this world things that's required to be on that level. He was like, you have a soul and you're never willing to sell your soul, so you're not going to be on that level. And that's fine. He said a whole lot of people ain't going to be on that level. But again, to be a billionaire, you think completely and totally different than everybody else around you. And that's why I feel like he's just too far gone. His genius has basically taken over what's left of his damn sanity.
So Let me ask you this question
All right.
then. So do you think, in your humble opinion,
Right.
that that's only the case for people from our culture? Well, mostly from our culture? Because if you look at Warren Buffett, if you look at Jeff Bezos, if you look at Bill Gates, if you look at Steve Jobs, I don't think any of them were off their rockers too far.
I think that when it comes down to those particular people, they have their own issues. They're just able to control their issues better.
That's my point. That is my point right there.
So, I don't know. I mean, if you think about it, how many people that look like us are billionaires? Like, you could probably count them in on two hands, if that.
That is the other point. But again, okay, so yes, there's more of them who reach that level.
Right.
And the majority of them that reach that level, you don't hear a lot of these ridiculous antics coming from them. When you look at us, being that we have a small percentage of individuals who reach billionaire status, and then you have someone like him who's just out there wilding out. Now, do we have a lot of high salaried individuals in our community? We got Eddie Murphy, we got Denzel, we got Oprah, we have who else do we have? Let's throw Beyonce out there. Let's throw Jay-Z in there. Let's throw Diddy in there. Let's throw Michael Strahan in there. All of them are not billionaires, but they're not out here doing this retarded stuff. Do they do stuff? Yes. But the majority of the stuff that we may hear from some of them is probably relationship stuff. You know, typical stuff that you and I would probably end up doing. You don't hear, when it comes to them, you don't hear them doing the stuff that Kanye does.
That's why they're not on the level as Kanye, though.
You mean retarded?
They're not on a billionaire. I mean, like, again, he's the leader right now when it comes down to the biggies.
But still.
How do you surpass Oprah? Like, how do you start that late after Oprah and come up and just, you pass her so fast, it's like she's almost tied to a tree.
Well,
that's how fast you have come up and surpassed her, and she's been at it for a minute.
You know, to a degree, and this is just me, to a degree, I don't look at it at the net worth or whatever the case may be. Yes, he's worth billions. Yes, he's come up that fast. But we've seen what he's done to get there. Does that take away from Oprah? No, because Oprah is that chick. She might have come down in status a little bit, but Oprah is never going to hurt for anything. But she still keeps a level head. Michael Strahan, he may not be in the billions, but he's never going to hurt for anything, and he keeps a level head. So I'm still trying to grapple with, dude, why can't you just sit down somewhere and relax? Like, Look at Tyler Perry. I mean, I don't know, man.
Again, it's and not taking a shot at any of those other people because they've done what they were supposed to have done in order to reach the plateau that they're on. But Kanye's in a whole nother fucking league.
And it should not matter what league he's in, because the one thing that I'm looking at is, dude, you have 4 children. 4 children. And this is what you want to do with your life? This is what you want to leave for them to grow into? Like, help me understand.
And I get that. But again, my point being is, goddamn, Kanye's on a whole nother level.
You know what?
That craziness, that whole his life is a movie type thing is the same reason why he's on the level that he's on. Because again, people like him, love him, hate him, can't get enough of him, or you want to throw his ass away. Everybody's talking about Kanye.
Half these people that are talking about Kanye, I think they just as crazy as him. Because for one, I don't remember how much them damn sneakers cost, but I'm not going out there to buy them. I think they were like $300-$400 or something like that. I'm not buying that nonsense. Come on, man, get out of here.
I'll tell you how much of an influence his sneakers have, right? I have a neighbor where my father lives. He's retired military and retired civil service. Dude's got to be like, shit, maybe about late 60s, early 70s, somewhere around there. He's wearing damn Kanye's.
Get out of here.
I promise you I'm not lying to you.
Why?
I'm like, because my cousin was the one who actually pointed it out to me, because, tell you the truth, I don't keep up with shit like that. But me and my cousin, I had went over to his house to help him fix something. And we were walking back. My cousin was walking with me. He was like, did you see he had on the new Kanye's? I'm like, no, I never paid no attention. He was like, yes, he has the new Kanye's on. He was like, you know, the motherfuckers are like 300 plus, if you lucky. So sure enough, the second time we came back, I looked at his shoes. He's wearing goddamn Kanye's. I'm like, dude, you like in your 70s, bro?
You know what? I can't. I'm not. No. Hell no.
Yeah.
I ain't buying his shoes. I ain't buying his clothes. I'm not buying his music. I'm not. No, none of that. None of it. None of it. No, I'm not doing it.
All right. Well, anyway, you guys stay tuned and we shall return. We've actually shot way over what we normally cut, but hey, we'll chop it up. So anyway, stay tuned. I am Son Soul X, and this is my brother,
Soul Touch of the Poet.
We shall return.
So let it keep running.
All right. So, again, with that being said, how much of an influence this person has, meaning Kanye, like, is when he said Jesus walk, it's damn near like Jesus walk for real, because the brother is just out there, meaning there's damn near not a place on this planet you can't go without somebody mentioning Kanye. Kanye West. That's crazy. Like he's really like on the MJ level right now. He's on Michael Jackson's level right now.
That's because Michael Jackson is dead. That's why.
Maybe, but he's still on that level.
You know what? I got to take that back because if Michael Jackson still was alive, I'm pretty sure he had like 12 songs of Michael Jackson. So it doesn't even matter. It don't matter.
Like he's past the stratosphere, as they say. He's damn near invisible.
Oh, I can't with this dude. I just can't.
I'm just saying. Like who reached that plateau? Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley. Who else? Fred Astaire.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe. Liberace.
JFK.
JFK.